Who will restart courtesy of the boot of Richards. Look at the kickoff. Look at the kickoff right to the in-goal area. Comes out of the sky, and then that gives such hang time that the chasers are on you in a flash. And Brad Singleton knows all about that.
Leeds, of course, they realise they've got to get good field position. They'll be a little bit stunned by the fact they conceded within seconds of that first half. The hooter was just about to go when Charnley pinched it. And when you look at the goal-kicking ability there of Pat Richards, this could prove to be the difference. Richards' boot.
Have you ever seen a Super League game where teams have kicked for 3 penalties in the first half? It just never, ever happens. I've watched hundreds of games. Can't remember teams electing to kick at goal. Maybe it's coming back in fashion.
Well, I think it's a mark of respect by both the sides, and that they probably realise that it could be a close-run thing at the end of the match. And doesn't matter if you win by 42 or just 2 points. It's still a massive win when Wigan and Leeds are up against each other.
And the biggest problem for Leeds and their coach Brian McDermott, he's got to get it across to his players that don't give away silly penalties. You know, the one with Ryan Bailey, when they had possession and he pushed one of the Wigan players, I think it was Logan Tompkins. It's silly play like that that just gives the opposition the opportunity to win.
Liam Farrell, and again Wigan have got to the last tackle here, and Leeds have restricted them to only their own half of the field, but then they come up with a penalty on the last tackle and they gift Wigan some more territory. Ball steal, and I don't think there's any doubts about that one, Stuart Cummings.
He's just pulled the ball out as he's getting out of the tackle.
Crazy thing to do, and it's the sort of thing that turns coaches grey. So here come Wigan again with Farrell. And they've been invited into Leeds territory here by that penalty. Can they make it pay? That's Powell. Here is Luaki playing with no number on his back in this second half. Obviously had to change because maybe there's a touch of blood on it. It's been that sort of contest. Matty Smith. Ooh, he dropped the shoulder.
Close, he was close.
Couldn't get the ball away. No penalty for obstruction. 10 metres away from the Leeds line. And here now is Crosby.
But a bit light on that right-hand side, Leeds.
Logan Tompkins, they're going left of Wigan. Good hands, brilliant hands, knocked down.
Back to another 6, and he's in an offside position, maybe.
It would be a knock on that one, Steve-O, because the man who played it then takes up a position in front of him, so he plays him back on side.
He took a huge gamble. Vickery came out of the line. You could see that they had the overlap. That was a try-saver.
Yeah, Vickery had gone ahead of the ball. That's why Rob Burrow wasn't called offside.
That's a great defensive play from the right winger for Leeds, Joe Vickery. It's exactly what he had to do. He couldn't get to the man to wrap up the man, and had he stopped and paused, the pass would have gone on to the winger for the Leeds Rhinos, and it would, or for the Wigan Warriors, it would have been a try. It's a good defensive play. Well,
they'll have to be good in defence again here now, because there's another set of 6 coming at them as a result of that scrum, and Logan Tompkins clapping his hand at dummy half finds Matty Smith. Matty Smith then to Darryl Goulding, and Maguire and Bailey do the job on him. Here's Tompkins again. Smith, short ball, good run, good solid run coming in there from Crosby again. Matty Smith drops the pass back, nice on his feet, good on his feet from Powell. He scored! Sam Powell has scored, I think.
He's got it down, but as he just lost control, Richard Silverwood wants to make sure. He's going up to the video referee, which is Ian Smith. Has he got the ability to reach out? It's a very dangerous ploy, this.
I don't know what they're surrounding the referee for. Players of both sides. He's called time off. He's asked the video referee to check obstruction. He's asked the video referee to check the grounding. He can do no more.
My question is on what Callum Watkins was doing here. This is the big question. He's over-chased. He's in the orangey blue, orangey yellow boots. He's had eyes for Liam Farrell, a man who was well taken.
They're looking for an obstruction
on the inside.
middle.
Sorry, Stuart,
it's on Jamie Jones-Buchanan, I think, and it looks like the Wigan players hit him square on, which pushes him back, which then creates a gap for him to run through. So I think this one will be chalked up for obstruction.
Dom Crosby, isn't it, who runs hard and straight, but when he makes contact, he puts the brakes on, but he hits Jones-Buchanan.
This should be wiped off. For once, I agree with Stuart Cumming.
That might be twice tonight.
No try, penalty to Leeds Rhinos. Sam Powell's third try of the season, it would have been. It's chalked off because of that collision.
Just opens up the gap for him to run through just by nudging him out of the line.
And then there's a bit of afters between Tompkins and Jones Buchanan, and Liam Farrell got involved, and Danny Maguire. Then they surrounded the referee, made their points, and the referee handed it upstairs, and the video referee Ian Smith got it absolutely spot on.
But you can feel the tension between the two sides. They know how important these
Who arguing looking for Bailey then.
Yeah, 2 vital points. They know how important it is to their side.
Ooh, that was a little risky, and that was even more risky, but Maguire turned it into a decent ball in the end. And here goes Clarkson. Liam Farrell gets to him round the shoulders.
A little bit quicker play of the ball, that's what the Rhinos need. And
Maguire went right, went left, and then came back right, left again.
Looked a bit high there. And Logan Tompkins it was.
Not happy with it, Danny Maguire. But here is Zach Hardaker. It's opened up for Hardaker. It's closed for Hardaker by Luaki and Sam Tompkins. Back it comes to Sinfield. He will find Maguire. Long pass to Ryan Hall. Good tackle by Charnley. Brilliant defence by Charnley.
Wonderful stuff. You talk about the man-on-man marking when you get into their position, and Charnley was absolutely superb.
Great tackle, and then he's strong as an ox in the next carry forward. Wingers have to defend these days, Brian.
Yep, they did ever since 1999 when I first came into the game.
Some did and some didn't, eh? Some do and some don't. Great work by Charnley.
Certainly was, but pretty good by Chris Tewson to jump on the ball as well.
It was another great set of 6 defensively by Leeds Rhinos, and that's why Tompkins has to hack the ball downfield again.
And look at this chase from Wigan.
A high-quality game, isn't it, Steve-O? It's a high. We've seen some games this weekend of being close. The Widnes Salford game at the start of the day went right down to the wire. Well, Bradford didn't turn up for the game against Huddersfield. Huddersfield deserved winners on this, but we got a high-quality game here. Just like to see probably Leeds score next, so the scoreline just doesn't drift away from them. As Wigan, a team capable of, as Phil said, scoring back-to-back tries, and Leeds might look up and suddenly see that this scoreline is beyond them.
Here is Maguire, and he goes wide and finds Hardaker, who gives it to Watkins. Now anything can happen with Watkins. He hangs on as the tackle was completed by Thornley. Hardaker again.
This is where the likes of Danny Maguire ask a few questions. He's going to take first receiver.
He's just indicated to think it's going high. Oh, he would have done, but he couldn't get the kick away. That's a knock on, play on, 0. The tackle count is nullified. They have it back, courtesy of Singleton. Here is Bailey.
Take the defence on. There was a stab through, just couldn't get to it, could he?
And Logan Tompkins with the swinging arm on Ryan Bailey. I don't think they're going to go for 2.
No, they need to try, they know that.
Jones Buchanan will drive it in. Down he goes. There were 4 round him then. Burrow gives it short. Chance here. It was a great drive in. Look how close they are, the Leeds Rhinos, with Maguire, with Hardaker, short ball. It's lost. It's lost from Watkins.
What a tackle from Thornley. Talk about a ball and all, and then just dislodge it. Bang! Oh! Take a bow, Thornley. That's a try saver. Look at the speed that he was coming onto it.
I got a funny feeling he was trying to get that ball away. I've got a funny feeling Callum Watkins was thinking of scooping that out to his right-hand side.
Academy Award there by Sam Tompkins certainly helped. He's capable of doing this.
I would like to get one of them round my Adam's apple, Steve-O. I must confess, it'd be more than an Academy Award.
Let's go. I don't think you'd ever get out on the field and play.
You're right.
Somehow.
Tell you what, they're tearing in, aren't they? see some of these runs and the defence the runs are being met with. It is high-quality Super League.
It is. This is the super of Super League, this. McIlaurin's in a dummy half. And that was Powell. He just dropped the ball off to the skipper O'Loughlin, who goes down with the challenge. Legally from Clarkson. Here is Ben Flower. Oh, the defence is on both sides tremendous. Needs something special to break them open. Matty Smith trying for that. Down he goes on tackle number 5. So here comes the last. McIlaurin's in there at dummy half again, 20 metres away. The crossfield kick from Sam Powell is high and inviting, and is claimed by Richards, and is up in the air, and is eventually gobbled up by the Leeds Rhinos. And well done, Joe Vickery again.
It had to be as well. Pat Richards got to it. It was worth the gamble to try to offload it, but very good play again by Vickery. Put the pressure on him and then came up with the football. That's the most important factor.
Well, we're going to see Leeds again on Friday. It's a busy period of the season for the Leeds Rhinos. They're playing today, Sunday. They played last Monday in our first Monday night Super League match, and we see them again on Friday. And the next Monday Super League is in 3D as well, and it's the Giants against the Saints. 2 cracking matches this next weekend as we hit June. Tompkins cuts across and picks the ball out of the air, gives it then to Richards.
Brian McDermott, the Leeds coach, will be disappointed with that. Try to get it into the corner. Once you give it straight down the throat of Sam Tompkins, he puts them into a very good position.
Well, the last 5 or 10 minutes, Eddie, been like a tennis rally where one side, Wigan, are clearly hitting the shots. The Leeds Rhinos on the baseline trying to defend and just stay in the rally here. They're doing it very successfully, but they've been under a lot of pressure to return serve ever since they scored the try.
And when you think about the programme that Leeds have had and are facing, will the stamina last to the end of 80 minutes? They only played on Monday. Wigan, they played on Saturday.
Oh, Leeds have pinched it. It was a poor pass.
And Sinfield was on it like a hawk. Here is Vickery.
It's the best I've seen Joe Vickery play. We see Sinfield scoop up that ball. Since he's come over it, he's come in for a little bit of criticism and he lost his place in the side, but it's the best I've seen him play since he's been in the Super League.
You have to play well in a match like this, don't you?
He can bring out the best of you.
Yeah, you've got to play well in this.
Or you can make you melt, Eddie. You tell a lot about you as a player.
That's true. So Leeds, midway inside the Wigan half, and it's with Maguire. Oh, that ball was stolen one-on-one and went backwards. It's play on.
And it's just those little things like that, Eddie. You know, you just forget about the fact that holding on to the football is vital. He'd lost control of it there, did Danny Maguire, in a great position where he knew they could get the kick away eventually.
Richards comes infield from the wing on the far side to help the big men out. Here goes McIlaurin.
Tremendous
nice
run by the hooker.
Here goes Sam Tompkins. Nearly opened up for him. He wants to play it quickly. Darryl Goulding.
He tried to milk the penalty again, did Sam Tompkins. He knows with Pat Richards in the side that they'd go for the 2.
This is the last they're running it, Wigan. And Liam Farrell with the kick. Oh, and it has to be taken over by Joe Vickery. It stood up on this solid surface.
He couldn't take the risk. He did the right thing, did Joe Vickery here. But this is a beautiful little tip through, isn't it?
I bet he's got 12 teammates who don't think of it at the moment, because
he couldn't take a gamble.
Every other one of the Leeds Rhinos was hoping that ball bounced over and Joe Vickery left it.
And the simplicity of Wigan's play. Pat Richards charged in and left 2 markers on the ground. Quick play the ball. Wigan have dived in after him. Charnley's gone in there as well. Quick play the ball. Sam Tompkins followed it all up. Kick on the end has put Leeds under pressure. Wigan sharing the workload around, trying to crack this Leeds Rhinos line.
Trying to crack them right now is Lee Mossop. He gets to his feet and plays it to McIlaurin. They go down the centre with Matty Smith and further up the middle with Ben Flower. Oh, deep into the last quarter of this match, and it's going to be a matter of stamina, you feel. Here's Liam Farrell. 1 missed, 2 missed. Important tackle there.
Never made any attempt to play the ball either. Got away with it, did Fennell there. Just flicked it back with his fingers, never hardly moved the foot.
So a chance for Wigan here with O'Loughlin. But solid defence from Lulawai. Fifth and last.
Kick into the corner, I think.
And it's with Smith. He dabs it in, and very well read by Zach Hardacre.
Great positional play, wasn't it, Hardacre? He really has slotted into that full-back position.
Solid run from Ryan Hall.
Kick through. It's all about positioning when you try to defuse a kick like that. Rob Burrows on the march, stopped by O'Loughlin.
Picked up like a rag doll and dropped to the ground is Rob Burrow. Just keeps coming back for more, doesn't he?
It's interesting to see now whether Leeds will kick early in the tackle count, but both wingers have gone. No, they're going to run it out and then wait till the last, but both the Wigan wingers had gone back anticipating that.
Just the one score in this second half so far. Joe Vickery with his try. High. Charnley's under it. And it's a penalty to Leeds here.
Someone must have been taken out in back play.
It's a late challenge by Ben Flower on Danny Maguire after the kick.
Late challenge on the kicker.
Well, we said a lack of concentration could be vital. He could have pulled out of that, Flower.
Would you have penalised there, Stuart?
He looks like he's committed to me. You know, he's very close.
I mean, if you penalise that, you almost prevent players putting the kicker under pressure.
They have to go to him to put him under pressure. It's come from the side. The touch judge reported it.
And Rob Burrow is buried by Harrison Hansen. Well, it's given Leeds a wonderful opportunity here with Sinfield and now with Maguire. And he finds Hardacre, and this is Watkins, and no-look pass back to Hardacre. He bounces off Thornley. It was a good job that Sam Powell was there. Powell just delaying him for a fraction of a second. It's with Maguire, who threw the dummy. What a contrast for Danny Maguire. 5 tries in the Magic fixture last year. He's drawn a blank so far. It was difficult for Sinfield to pick that up, but he was eventually picked up by Mickey McAloran. Now it's McShane, and Hardacre slips it through. It's bounced everywhere. It's knocked back to Tompkins, and they're going to get another set of 6, the Leeds Rhinos.
He'll be happy with that, Brian McDermott, and he should be as well. That was real pressure. So fortunate, ricocheted all over it, and then right into the arms of Sam Tompkins. That could have gone anywhere. McShane was on the hunt. Bit of confusion between two of the Wigan players. No one shouted for it.
They're off the baseline, Eddie. To use Phil's analogy, they're at the net now. That penalty shouldn't have been given, in my opinion, but it has been. And now they've got the field position to start putting pressure on Wigan. Let's see, can they do it? Lots of time left in this game, 15 minutes. For a side like Leeds to go on and win it, lots of time. But Wigan look the more dangerous. This is a really important set for the Leeds Rhinos.
It is, and it's look at the length he gets on his goal line dropouts.
Incredible, isn't it? Oh, this is a good run.
Lulawai won't shirk it. It's a tremendous contest. It really is. Two sides who are battling it out, slugging it out toe-to-toe, a bit like Frosch and Kessler last night. There's no world titles at stake here, just 2 Super League points. And here is Hardacre.
It's just as important, Eddie, and that was a bruiser last night, wasn't it?
Oh, it's tremendous. Tremendous fight, and this is a battle royal for the Super League to bring the curtain down on the 2013 Magic weekend. Sutcliffe.
Oh, well, he's had a good game as this guy.
Only 18, he made his Super League debut on Monday. And
just took his eyes off
what
the
a
ball.
match to come in for only a second appearance in Leeds colours, and he's furious with himself, the 18-year-old.
He's every right to be, because, as I say, it's a simple mistake at any level of rugby league football, but you can come up with the same result. You've got to keep your eye on that ball. He failed to do that.
Liam Sutcliffe, he's almost demanded a chance from Brian McDermott. This is his full debut today, and quite a match to play in.
Well, he hasn't let the side down.
Not at all. Not at all. Here's Richards for Wigan.
Oh, the clash of heads there.
He ran straight at Sutcliffe then.
Yeah, you could see there that Pat Richards shook his head.
I think Richards has come off the worst, actually.
Yep. Yes. Bit of
Blood
claret.
from the nose, yes.
There's plenty of claret. Boom. Felt it. Did well to hang on to the football.
It's not his nose, it's his eye. And as Sutcliffe got a bit of a
I think he's got a problem as well.
Because he's down on his haunches.
Well, we'd hope Pat Richards will be all right. I'm sure they'll try and stitch him up and get him back on the field as soon as they can. Leeds Rhinos have got to recover from that last set. That was their opportunity to start putting pressure back on Wigan. They failed in that. Now they've got to get the ball back, make sure it's not near their line by putting pressure on the Wigan now in defence. And that's a great run. And that's not going to help them.
No, it isn't. At the moment when you needed to just settle things down, it's a big problem there for Pat Richards. It's a really wide cut. It needs stitches. They won't be able to stem it with that. And I reckon if we can get another penalty anywhere around the round, he'll be the man that will step up to the plate. They'll go for the two.
And that might have been a penalty. He ducked underneath it, did Ben Flower. Jamie Jones-Buchanan's hanging on, and there was a desperate effort then by McShane to get him off the grounded player. Lulawai came out to the line, flying, looking for Harrison. He goes down on the second tackle, back where they started. It is McIlorum here who finds young Sam Powell. Good defence from Sinfield.
Super stuff by the captain.
Now it's Liam Farrell again, coming back on the inside, bumping off a couple, giving it to McIlorum. Here is Tompkins. Tompkins still going. Down he goes eventually. That's tackle number 4. They have 2 left in the bag to Wigan. O'Loughlin, back it comes to Powell. Long and wide it goes to Thornley. And Thornley is halted. That's the 5th. Here comes the last. McIlorum in a dummy half. Mossop's waiting.
Just a grubber into the in goal, surely.
Oh, no, he's got his Wilkinson dropped it. Drops the ball. Hardacre picks up. And Hardacre gets the ball out of the in goal area.
Well,
the referee wants to have a look at this.
Was it reached out? That's what he wants to do. That's the they're saying. Well, it looked like Thornley, I think it was going for the line.
He has to check for the ball steal.
Now did Hardacre pull it out?
What can a player do then in that position near in a try-scoring situation?
Well, a lot of that's with collision. The ball's coming out there. We're looking at that in very slow motion. I just think the players have gone in there and the ball's come out on collision as he's tried to get through it.
Lost
this
control.
Is the normal speed.
Yeah, lost control as far as I'm concerned. Did well with Zach Hardacre there.
In normal speed, it looks fairly straightforward that he's lost the ball, and I think they'll just continue with the play of the ball.
Are you with me, Stuart, that as a result of yesterday, the referees are being ultra cautious today?
Well, I think so, and it's only natural, really.
Absolutely.
That you look at games that you see on a Friday night, and it affects the way you might go out on a Sunday as well. So they will have looked at that.
Eddie, this is roll your sleeves up, put your pit boots on. You got to go to work now. You got to get off the line, get as far up the field as you possibly can. Well, there you go.
He lifted him.
Lifted the legs
horizontal.
of Kylie Lulawai, and his head was the first thing to hit the ground. And this is a relieving penalty.
But it is a silly action from the captain. What on earth is going through his mind?
A dangerous tackle, and look at the ground it's given Leeds. They're now just inside their own half of the field. Well, we've been so close to a draw on a couple of occasions during the Magic weekend. This deserves a draw. This, 2 great sides.
You're right, you probably wouldn't complain, but I'll say it again. Wigan looked the more dangerous. Leeds Rhinos have got to hold on to that ball. If they don't score, try and put a bit of pressure on the Wigan defence.
Maguire. Ooh, and the ball was dipping in front of Joel Mooney. Did well. He got it away to Ryan Hall, who's done equally well. He's given it to Zach Hardacre. And Zach Hardacre looks full of it. And he gets it back to Ryan Hall, who followed him across the field.
Tremendous work by Hall. Knew the opportunity, knew he had the speed.
Paul McShane. Oof. 3 bring him down.
Another drive, perhaps.
Sinfield taking it in.
They're
Taking the pass away.
They're obviously setting up. Will they do the 2 double runners?
Well, look where they are, and here is Maguire, and back it comes to Hardacre. He stumbled as he got that. They turn the ball over 2 or 3 metres away from the Wigan line, which is good from a Leeds point of view.
Well, they utilised the 2 dummy runners. It was on, but the Wigan defence was cool, calm. I'll try to get it. Cool, calm, and collected, Eduardo.
10 minutes to go.
Who's got most in the tank? Because this has been a bruiser.
That's what you want in it from a magic weekend. The last game goes into the last 10 minutes with the winner still undecided. And Leeds now chasing here, 4 points behind. Wigan, another injury in back players. Tompkins runs to the line. There's another try coming in there. One of the speedsters wants to make a name for themselves. Somebody with fast feet here as the players start to tire on a very quick surface.
That'll be back to another set.
Yes, he wipes the tackle count clean. Does Richard Silverwood. Ryan Hall snakes the left hand out here. There you see it.
Yep.
Charnley.
He works hard, doesn't he? He works like a second forward. Gets into it. This is good work. They've got himself Goulding. Got himself a very good position indeed. This should be the link.
McAlorum to O'Loughlin, and Matty Smith just runs straight into Liam Sutcliffe. Farrell. And that tackle is completed standing up. That's 4 gone. Tompkins finds the youngster Powell. He gives it to Lee Mossop. Mossop then gives it to Ben Flower, and down he goes, 20 metres away. It's the last one coming up here. Powell to O'Loughlin. And this is Farrell, and that's great defence from Kevin Sinfield.
Well, that surprised me. I thought they would have gone for a dink in the in-goal areas and trying to get another set.
That is brilliant defence. It's exactly the play he had to make. He had to wrap that ball up. There put him in an option, Steve-O, for Farrell to drop it onto his foot, but he was running to the line by Sean O'Loughlin. Kevin Sinfield had to hit him hard, and he had to stick as well. Farrell's got the ability to bump you off. Sinfield, well, he was very good on that occasion.
We've had 6 matches. We've had 6 men of the match. And Billy Boston, the last game, and he's got the most difficult job of them all. Who would you give the champagne and the money for charity to tonight?
It's going to be difficult, Eddie, because this has been a good team effort on both sides, right across the board. Everyone has given their all.
Here comes Joel Moon. Now then, they've got Ryan Hall outside in Moon. That's a great run. That's a great ball to Maguire. Maguire with the dummy, and Maguire will score for the Leeds Rhinos.
He's done it again, Eddie.
Well, he hasn't done it yet because referee Richard Silverwood hands this upstairs to Ian Smith to have a look at.
He's looking for obstruction.
They're looking for obstruction in back play, Stuart, yes.
Well, he did run behind his own players. There was a glimpse of that, but I thought it was far enough away from the action. Here we go. That's okay. Now, I would say that's okay, Stuart. Over to you.
What they're looking for is the player in the defensive line. Does he run behind him?
He does.
Is it in what we call close proximity? Does he have an effect on the man in front of him?
Well, Hansen.
And what are the answers to all of those questions?
Well, for me, it's quite simple. He's run behind his own man in the defensive line, and therefore it should be a penalty.
So, has he prevented Hansen from having a good shot at Maguire? And I think you'd have to say that he has. And in days gone by, throughout this season, they have been brought back for that.
Well, they've not looked at the grounding, and the Wigan fans know they've not looked at the grounding, and the try is chalked off.
Well, his keeping calm is Brian McDermott, but it was a wonderful piece of magic from Danny Maguire. He has the ability.
And he's still got time to do it all again.
I mean, it's a shame because this is a classic try. They get himself in a good position. Good work by Joel Moon. And then watch the dummy. Come and get me. Sensational. And he had the wherewithal. But it's to no avail. He's as happy as Larrikin, but I'm afraid they pulled the plug on him.
I understand that ruling. I'm not sure how many of the Wigan players would have complained had that try been allowed. See Pat Richards, he's in a bad way with that eye injury. He has to change the jersey because he's got blood on it. It's the correct decision.
He'll also have to change the head bandage as well, because there's blood all over his face. They can't let him carry on with that. They just can't.
And he sent him off. Well, saying again, Richard Silva was doing the right thing. It's not the most attractive headwear, is it?
But that's all what Richard Silva was
no, both of them. But I must say, I've enjoyed the ref cap. It's brought a new dimension to it.
They're going to go for goal, and they're going to go for goal because Pat Richards is kicker extraordinaire. And they're trying to stop the flow of the blood. I don't think petroleum jelly and the headband.
He could kick at goal here.
Well, that's what they're going to do. They want him on, but the referee won't let him kick it because he's been told to leave the field because that is still bleeding.
He's had one chance of having it treated on the field. If it's bleeding again on the second time, they have to leave the field to be treated.
There's a physio walking with a syringe there. They're going to jab him on the spot.
They've said they're going for goal, and so someone else will have to take it.
Well, the other significant thing about that is that if a player's off the field, he can't come on just as a kick at goal's been taken.
But look how wide that gap is. I mean, sometimes some of the players and doctors are quite happy to use that staple gun.
Sam Tompkins kicked a penalty goal, if you may remember, at Headingley, that got a point. It got a point for Leeds, for Wigan at Leeds. It was 22-all on April the 1st, 2011. He was a little bit closer than this.
I'd aim for the left corner flag here and tell whoever's out wide on the left for Wigan to just chase that man. If he doesn't get it, he traps Leeds in that far corner of the field.
I tell you what, it's not a bad effort. He's missed it, though. He's missed it.
It's going to be the drop, and that's important. He knows that, okay, he was off the radar, but it's got the length, so they will get the ball back.
But Stuart, let's just clarify that. You get 2 goes at stopping the blood. If it doesn't stop with the second effort, you've got to leave the field and get it patched up.
Well, the first effort, you have 1 go on the field.
Right.
If you don't do that and it seems to be bleeding again, you have to leave the field to get it stopped.
So Richard Silva would again, 100%.
Absolutely. And the other thing about it was that Pat Richards was off the field and therefore couldn't come back on and take the goal kick.
You think Sam Tompkins will set up for a field drop goal now at this point in the game?
I think they'll be quite happy just to keep down in this area. And that's where the kicking game, especially perhaps from Matty Smith.
Lakeland went for a gap that was suddenly closed by Brad Singleton. Here's Tompkins again, changes direction.
Well, he went behind a player.
Now, was that obstruction then?
Well, the Leeds fans thought so.
Matty Smith, no.
Matty Smith, oh, that ricocheted off. That's not going to be
head and feed Leeds.
Feed to Wigan. No, it isn't. It is head and feed to Leeds.
Ball played the man. Well, he tried to just make sure that it went over the whitewash. It did eventually, but he wanted it about another 20 metres downfield.
Quite apart from the 2 Super League points on offer here, Leeds Rhinos have got 4 minutes to save their unbeaten record at the Magic Weekend. This is Hardacre.
Well, they've got the players out there, haven't they, Leeds? We've already seen the skill factor of Danny Maguire. He hasn't had many opportunities, but no one really has, because the defence on both sides have been cruel.
Now, Jones Buchanan.
They need something different, Leeds.
Great tackle by Matty Smith.
Will Maguire over the top. Tompkins is deep.
Here's Sinfield. Now it's Hardacre. And they're going down that right-hand channel. This is a great run.
Good work there by Sam Powell. Stuck to him like a limpet mine.
Yes, Liam Sutcliffe thought that glory was beckoning there. Oh! And Brad Singleton puts it down.
To be fair, it wasn't the best. Wasn't the best pass.
Well, he didn't know it was going to come to him. Clarkson has just pulled out at the last minute, so Singleton would have got a very late view of this pass from Danny Maguire. And they made it difficult that he try and catch that ball.
You're right, Brian. You can't really blame the participant. Wasn't the best pass, as I say. It just ricocheted off one of the Leeds players, and Not surprisingly, all these players out there are out on their feet. They have given all to bring down the curtain on yet another magic weekend.
They have, and if Wigan hang on, Leeds, the champions, 7 points behind the leaders, 16 rounds gone for most. Of course, they have 2 games in hand, the Leeds Rhinos, so the thought of the league leaders' shield is not yet beyond the champions.
I'll tell you what, to go back to your earlier question about Billy Boston's, the work he's got to do in this game, I can't pick it, Eddie. I'm not sure who I'd give this to. Josh Charnley's been very good for Wigan. Zach Hardacre, I think, has been very good for the Leeds Rhinos. Sean O'Loughlin, as ever, putting in a good shift.
The man of the match just might emerge.
Well, I think McIlorum has played outstanding as well.
Here's Matty Smith. Here is Harrison Hansen.
And the 2 halfback, you know, for Wigan, Matty Smith, Sam Powell, and there is the great Billy Boston.
Yeah, big job, Billy. Big job coming up. Tompkins slides the kick in. That's a great kick.
Fantastic.
That's a great kick, and he's had to run it out. Just a great applause from Sean Wayne. He wasn't happy when Pat Richards wasn't allowed to take that penalty on halfway, and Tompkins did instead. But he knows that they are a minute and a half away from a great win to extend their run to 11.
Well, inevitably, Leeds have gone for a short kick-off and got it back. They're very good at doing that under pressure, but they've got less than 90 seconds now to go 90 metres and score what could be the match-winning try. You'd have to be thinking somebody like a Joel Moon or a Ryan Hall, Callum Watkins. Can they get their hands on the ball here now? Some second phase and offload. Here's some width to Watkins.
Yes, Watkins, and he goes around Thornley and he gets it to Vickery, and that's good defence from Richards. He was going nowhere, only over the sideline, and that tackle by Richards wins the match for Wigan, you would think.
Well, should these teams meet again, I think we're in for a classic. Wigan have won by 4. They lost by 4 at Headingley earlier in the season. There's very little between these. Leeds were under pressure and had to get the ball back. They have to chance their arm. Great skill for a tap back on the short kick-off, but it's the Wigan fans tonight who'll go home happy.
That's ferocious defence, Eddie. You saw the cut on the side of his face. He's had to leave the field.
It's an open wound, isn't it?
Absolutely. That's got quite a few stitches, and he's aimed up, shaped up in defence, and he's drilled Joe Vickery over the sideline. Just when Wigan, or Leeds, I should say, well, Bradley Wiggins be delighted with that. A big Wigan fan.
Hardly recognise him now without the sideburns, do we?
Yeah, it's great to see him at the games, and you know what a buzz he gets out of Wigan winning. But Pat Richards, I think he exhibited everything that's good about these rugby league players, Eddie. The grit, determination, and ultimately the fantastic ability.
Absolutely. Oh, Josh nearly lost that. 30 seconds. Tompkins clattered. And Sam Tompkins wearily and understandably wearily to his feet. This has been a battle royal. And that is the proof of just how much of a battle it has been. Here goes Tompkins. It's the last tackle coming up, and this is the last play of the match. Will they go for a 1-point drop goal? No, they'll take the tackle instead, and Wigan will win and deny Leeds Rhinos the points, take their unbeaten magic record off them. Just the one scoring moment of the second half that came from Joe Vickery. Wigan and Bradley with a big smile. They'd established a 20 points to 12 situation at half-time, and that was good enough in the end. They held on. Just the one Vickery try. Look what it means to Sam Tompkins and the rest of the Wigan players to win this contest against Leeds and restore their 3-point advantage at the top of the Super League table.